Matthew, you are in the moment, Thursday night, 10th day of July. I was here last night, and I really wish I would have done a show here last night. I was at work a little bit later. It was a little after 10 o'clock last night, and there were three people. There were three middle-aged males getting ready to spend the night here at Grand Parade Square, which is where I am right now. I'll give you an idea here. City Hall behind me. So if the mayor had been working late last night and looked out his window, he would have seen three individuals. There was a gentleman right here on this bench right here. There was another gentleman down there in a sleeping bag, and there was another gentleman across the way in a bench. So, and if you get tired if you get tired of seeing me come on here and talk about this crisis, please keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling, because this situation, it's not going away. I was watching the news tonight, and some very disturbing things are being reported about the Halifax Regional Municipality and the province as a whole. More stories coming out today, just more studies, more surveys, more outreach workers going to rural communities in Nova Scotia, and the number of people out on the street, it's increasing. Of course it is. I'm so, like, the people that advocate, the agencies, the outreach workers, they have to be just completely sick and tired of just day in and day out the increasing number of people who simply cannot afford to keep up with the cost of living. A few weeks ago, there was a survey out. 40% of the people surveyed said they're out on the street because they can't pay the bills. So we have a housing crisis. I've seen more people on the street. I've seen more people outside of any given business, any conceivable spot where they can get changed. They're on the median, they're sleeping on the benches. They are all over Hell's Half Acre here in the Halifax Regional Municipality. The situation is not getting better, it's getting worse. We have a mayor who right now is going to be holding hands with the Premier of Nova Scotia because he can't get jack shit done here. So this city is a mess, this province is a mess, and I don't care what you say. Like, I'm a Maritimer, it's embarrassing. And the more serious issue than people not having a place to live is human trafficking. We are learning that Nova Scotia, Halifax, between Halifax and Moncton, the human trafficking that goes on here in Nova Scotia is off the chart. When you look at the size of the population compared with the rest of the country, we have some problems here. So I don't even know I'm not an expert on that. I'm not going to be an armchair anything. I'm just saying, I was just really surprised at this news today that Nova Scotia is a hub. It's like the go-to spot for human trafficking. How disgusting is that? It's a really disappointing time to be from the Maritimes. Like, I've been here in Halifax, I've been in this area for nearly 4 years, and it has gotten progressively worse. Change my mind. Show me that it isn't. And I'm just basing that on walking through the streets. Doesn't matter what community you're in, doesn't matter what side of the harbor you are on, there are more people struggling in the street now than there were last year at this time, more than 2023, more than 2022, just more. So people are pulling their hair out. We are addressing this issue on the wrong end, and we're not even doing that properly. We don't have enough space for people. So before it gets to a point where people are being thrown out of their current living situation, how about we pump the brakes on the rising cost of everything. Let's help renters with putting a cap on how much, like every year our rent goes up by 5%. And to be honest with you, within the next year, I'm going to be homeless. I haven't even... If you really want me to tell you a story, I will tell you a story. And it begins with COVID. And I know I speak for a lot of people. COVID, and you can say what you want to say about it, but it upset our apple cart. And our lives have not been the same since. So we are doing our best. But why this story is so important to me, why it's so relatable to me, is because right now in our situation, I know that the reality of being out on the street, because we simply can't pay. We simply can't keep up with the cost of living. Am I going to do everything I can to stop that from happening? Absolutely. But I'm telling you, this is why this is so relatable to me. Because the number of people who just simply cannot keep up with the cost of living, it's on the increase. And now this vulnerable population of people are vulnerable to human trafficking. Like, it's really sad. I feel really bad, feeling really bad for Nova Scotia right now. Not the reason you want to be in the headlines. I just find it sad that the current mayor here has no power. So now he's looking for some help from the premier, or vice versa. So it's just a really bizarre time, and it makes me sad that we have here I am back on Grand Parade Square where I saw so much chaos. Here we are, right back here in the summer. And there are people that are going to be, sleeping out under the stars tonight. No place to go. So I'm going to make my way home. And I may fire this live stream up once I get back home. I got a few things to air out. But as a province, the leaders of this province need to get their shit together, because it seems to be in a downward spiral. Yeah, I'll leave you with that. From Grand Parade Square, City Hall, on a Thursday night, the 10th of July, 2025, my name is Matthew, and you are currently caught up in the moment.